Welcome MBAP 516 students to the Organizational Leadership and Behavior course. This week I am introducing assignment number 1. Assignment number 1 pertains to the topic of leadership in work organizations. This is one of the most important topics in organizational behavior, as leadership is fundamental to organizational effectiveness. Poorly led organizations are rarely profitable or successful in achieving their missions. This week I have assigned 3 readings out of the Classic Readings in Organizational Behavior book, otherwise referred to as CROB. The first reading is simply an introduction to the topic of leadership and the various ways in which management researchers have studied leadership. So I ask you in reading this assignment to ensure that you understand the difference between trait theories of leadership, transactional theories of leadership, and situational theories of leadership, as these terms and concepts will come up in our later readings. Reading number 2 is an article by Chester Barnard called The Function of the Executive. Barnard was himself the CEO of the General Electric Corporation, so he studied leadership from the perspective of an executive, the perspective of someone who is running an organization. Barnard was interested in understanding exactly what the responsibilities and roles and duties of a chief executive officer should be in a large, modern, complex work organization. So this second reading will enable you to learn something about the functions that executives play in work organizations. Last but not least, reading number 3 is by Fiedler, and it's called The Contingency Model of Leadership. Fiedler was interested in conducting research into what style of leadership is most appropriate in work organizations. Different management theorists and scholars and practitioners had proposed different approaches to leadership. In other words, how should a manager behave towards his or her subordinates in order to make them more effective in carrying out their work duties and responsibilities? So what's important to me in terms of reading this article is understanding the different kinds of situations that Fiedler believed and that his research found to be important in determining which style or approach to leadership is best. If you have any questions about the assigned readings, please feel free to contact me.